word from our sponsor, 21 Savage.
It's a knife.
Let's dive in. Alright, so as far as this video, you already know. You see it. We waited all year for it. I'll try to make it quick as possible because I want to dive in and get nasty. Anyway, big old box, run of the mill. You already know the drill. 8K, interesting. 4K, standard, and of course HDR, high dynamic range. Nothing too fancy about the box. On the back, breathtaking immersion, lightning speed, stunning games. Cool. Let's dive right on in, cut the seals, see what we're working with here. Boom. First of all, this box is gigantic. It is unnecessarily large. Ugh. Alright, so in the box, pretty straightforward. You get this big old cardboard. Pretty sure it has like all the wires, cables, adapters, etc. The console itself, big, but not as big as I thought it was gonna be, or at least the way a lot of the reviewers are making it. Still stands at 15 inches tall, so there's that. Let's get all the Blu-ray wrap out the way. So originally I wanted to get the digital edition. I don't really play physical games like that, but the way Sony's pre-order system was set up, by the time I was able to purchase, there was only physical, so optical drive it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, boom, there you have it. Optical drive. So yeah, honestly, if it feels like I'm not saying a lot, I'm speechless. Like, Sony put their entire foot in this joint. Like, it's beautifully designed. The PS logo is like 3D embossed, so that's like gorgeous. These little plates right here, the insides have the little X's, circles, triangles, and squares. You have the Sony embossed right there. And it's beautiful. Like, Sony, wow. So yeah, more details as far as the console. On the front end, pretty straightforward. So you have your Type-C, so you can charge a controller or third-party accessory. You have your regular USB-A on the front. You also have your power and eject buttons right there. There's that. You have your optical drive as well. As far as the bottom, nothing really crazy there. Just have vents, things like that. Around the back, very straightforward. So you have two USB-As as well as Ethernet, HDMI, and then your power, of course, because how else are you gonna connect the thing? So yeah. Another thing that's really interesting is these are plates. I would go ahead and try to take them off, but quite frankly, I'm not trained on doing that yet because the PS5 does have an expandable SSD storage. As far as the built-in, it comes with, I think, 802 gigabytes built in, so there's that. But you can expand it once they release, you know, some more details about what SSDs are compatible. They'll go ahead and go into detail with that. Inside the box right here, pretty straightforward. You have your paperwork, legal mumbo jumbo. Oh, the main event. Oh my God. You know, S Games mode. The DualSense controller. There it is. Look at it, it's beautiful, it's sexy, it's gorgeous, it's stunning. As far as the DualSense controller, it does feel a little bit bigger than a DualShock, but it still feels nice in the hand. I definitely love it. The buttons feel amazing. The touch bar is awesome. They got rid of the traditional light bar that's on the PS4. So as you know, the light bar is gonna light up around the sides now, which is very dope. You do have Type-C charging now, so that's excellent. None of that micro USB garbage. We're in 2020, I love it. As far as the triggers, you have a traditional L1, R1, L2, R2. However, one thing that is amazing now is that the triggers are adaptive. So, to kind of give you some perspective, let's say you're playing Call of Duty or Horizon Zero Dawn or any game that would require you to, have some feedback on the triggers, they would adjust based off of what game you're playing. So for instance, if you're firing an arrow, as you pull the trigger, you'll start to feel friction down on the trigger, which is really dope. Square, triangle, X, circle, that's still, basic. You have your PlayStation button right there in the middle. You do have a dedicated speaker and mic built into the controller now, so that's really nice. 3.5 jack on the bottom, so you can plug in, proprietary headphones or third-party headphones, whatever you like. As far as the analogs, they feel really, really nice. They feel really grippy, so that's gonna be really dope to test those out, see how they fare. As far as buttons, you have menu and share or create now, which is pretty cool. So Sony has their own creation suite. I'm excited to test drive it, see how it goes. Should be interesting. As far as the arm bars, I really wish I could show you guys this, but they do have the embossed square, circle, triangle, and X's on there as well. So definitely really nice. So of course, to match the overall aesthetic, you do get the default controller, but knowing Sony, I'm pretty sure they'll launch the controller suite soon where you'll have, access to all your other colors and things like that. There's rumors of a black PS5 too. We know typically Sony does do that, so we just have to wait and see. As far as additional cables, so you do get a Type-C cable as well to charge your controller. Pretty straightforward run the mill. You do get a power cable, so no brick, like the trash box, you get a brick, so there's that. No brick, just the cable, plugs directly into your power source. And of course you get the stand, and Sony was nice enough to include an HDMI cable. These are super important, so especially if you plan on using the HDR features, things like that, you definitely want to make sure you get an up-to-date HDMI cable, otherwise it will not be compatible. Okay, so that's very important. The stand, pretty straightforward as far as the stand goes. You have two orientation options. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna do horizontal because that's the easier one to set up. To stand it, you have to screw it in place, and ain't nobody got time for that. So we're just gonna do the horizontal. Let's see if I can figure this out. So apparently there is some cutouts here, or am I doing this wrong? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Let's rotate it. Let's see. There we go. And that's sideways, boom. Now this thing is tall, so I'm probably gonna run it this way because my TV stand is like fairly compact. And this thing is like 2 PS4 Pros put together. So I'm gonna have to get rid of my Pro. So if anyone wants to buy it, comment below. You might get I might throw it your way for, a little lower than retail, a little something on the side. So yeah, that's the PS5. One thing I didn't show you, this is kind of indication of where the stand goes. Right here on the back, there is an X, triangle, square, circle, and that's kind of like the indication of where the stand goes. So yeah, if you're ever having trouble, just look for those and it'll help you line it up perfectly. So just for shits and giggles, let me see if I can get the stand going. You do have to screw it in to officially lock it in, but here's what it looks like standing. This thing is a big boy. This console clearly eats its vegetables. Does it rotate? Oh wow, it rotates. Well, that's what the screw is for in the bottom, to lock it in place, because it does rotate, as you can see. So yeah, there it is. PS5. Like I said, short, sweet video because we're trying to get in And yeah. Oh yeah, games. Can't have a console without no games. So I got the Ultimate Launch Edition of Miles Morales. Really excited about this game. Hopefully the soundtrack is fire. I'm looking forward to it. And also, since I got this edition, you do get the suit from Into the Spider-Verse, which is dope. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos on Twitter, but they actually dropped the frame rate to mimic like the movie, the comic book texture of the movie, which is beautiful. So outside of that, I also got Godfall. The best way to kind of explain this game is it's basically Destiny / Anthem, but with swords and hammers. So yeah, curious to see how this game goes. I didn't really see too many reviews on it, so hopefully it's good. I like this type of style of game just because you get to, you know, fight, and who doesn't like fighting? So there's that. So yeah, that's it. Y'all know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your mama, tell your grandmama, your brother, your sister, whoever. Try to get everybody to subscribe, see more of my content. I'm gonna drop the Twitch in the description again, so that way you guys can see whenever I go live on there. I was debating going live tonight, but the way things are looking, I don't know. We about to get crazy with this joint. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.